The only word I can think of to describe it is amazing.
Definitely a character building experience.
Just a challenge.
Best thing about today was waking up at 2 a.m. and rallying to get ready. As we're starting out, we look up the hill and there's already like 6 or 8 people just spread out like Christmas lights. 2,000 feet up the mountain. It's beautiful. And then you get up there and you're like, hey, now we're up here. And you look over to your right and you're like, what is that orange ember? And it's like, well, it must be the sun coming up. But it wasn't the sun, it was the forest fire that we could see. And then you could see that, and then you come over the next hill and the sun was coming up and you could see this massive pyramid, and it was just the shadow of Mount Adams in the early sunrise.
The experience of climbing a mountain is very metaphorical for so many things that happen in life, and every lesson is different for every person. Every person that goes up this mountain has a completely different experience.
I wasn't able to summit. Like, I just hit a brick wall physically. Like, I was exhausted and said, I can force myself up there, but then how am I going to get back to town? And like Charlie said, summiting is optional, but coming back to camp is mandatory. And I was like, I think I may run out of juice. And I'm glad I didn't, because I got down here and I was spent.
Many of you are capturing this essence that the summit by itself is just a summit. Literally a round trip ticket that all of us are part of.
When you do get a chance to really impact other people and you let them discover, you create a space for them to actually grow into a better version of themselves, that's a pretty good day. Adrienne, to her credit, was as stubborn as a mule about not giving up her pack.
Well, yeah, because to me, that's totally cheating. You squirreled all this stuff, and then now you get to trek it around. Congratulations.
She did it in a way that was very indicative of a person that had set out for something and decided to go for it. And with Chad, his general state of mind throughout the climb, and even on the way down, this guy's got his nose bleeding, he's beat up, his muscles spasming, I'm checking to make sure his eyes are dilating properly, and he's never complaining about anything.
Today's been awesome. I mean, this is way above and beyond anything I would have ever tried before, and it's been amazing.
I think those are the kinds of things that Gonzaga, that this course, are trying to find or discover in people.
We're at 9,500 feet right now. That's 9,500 feet than I would have went before. I will never be disappointed with how far I've come.
Yes, superstar.